My name is Tyler Bruner.
Louis Gomez.
Zachary Logan Sims.
Drew Flynn.
Kevin Flynn.
We're the Jesters.
We're the Jesters.
We're the Jesters.
We're the Jesters.
Find us.
We're the Gypsters.
We are the Jesters.
But no, they have good food there. Just by the way.
I'm lead singer, and I always say exact dancer.
I am the guitarist for the Jesters.
I play guitar and do some backup vocals.
I am the drummer and resident sexy beast.
And I'm the bassist.
I'll start with Tyler. He's just crazy in general. He's got the biggest, like, most memorable personality. Like, anyone who sees him is gonna remember him the next time that they see him. They're gonna know who it is. I actually remember seeing him on campus before I had met them, and I didn't know who he was, but I just knew, like, oh, that guy, he's always laughing and he's always smiling, and I don't know, he's just kind of like always got a big scene around him. Like, people love to be around him, so I definitely remembered that when I met him. And the rest of them, Louis he's kind of like shy at first and kind of more quiet, but once you get to know him, he's like incredibly funny. Drew's the same way, and I see him in Fulton all the time. He's like super artistic, and they're all like, I don't know, it's so hard to describe all of them. Kevin is also like another outgoing person, like really talkative, really funny. People always mistake him for Marshall from How I Met Your Mother, so that's always interesting. Simba, I've spent a lot of time with Simba because he's the same age as me and he works at WXSU with us. And he is so talented. He's insane. Some of the stuff I've seen him do with like playing guitar is just crazy. But he can play all kinds of stuff. So they're all like really broad, like wide ranged on everything. So they're just like all around good people.
Well, I've been a part of the band since it started, but I think it's been like almost a year and a half to two years coming on, probably.
It's coming up on 2 years now.
I've been in the band pretty much the whole time that we've been a band.
I've been in the band since last October.
Since the beginning, so I guess, was it March of 2014?
My interest in music started as soon as I came out of the womb and heard music. I don't know, ever since I was little I've been singing and jumping around.
I couldn't tell you, really. When I first started picking up the instrument, that was back when I must have been 12, back in middle school, 11, 12. And, my brother had started playing before me. A few months later, I picked it up and I was like, this is cool, I'll get some lessons. I don't know when the bug exactly bit me, a couple years after, I guess, but once it did, man, it's been full-blown ever since.
It really started right before high school. That's when I really started to pick up the guitar and get really like into bands and stuff. So I guess around like middle school, late middle school, getting to high school.
I got my first guitar and I had lessons and I learned to play the blues. And then from there I just expanded my horizons and just kept learning. And eventually I picked up the bass.
I guess my dad got me really into it, with like classic rock and stuff. That's what I listened to really when I was growing up. And I don't know, I guess middle school I started delving into more like punk, like Green Day, Blink and stuff like that. And then really my dad, he like played drums and got me my first drum set.
My dad gave me a CD. It was like an oldies jam CD. That's the first CD I remember having. And I had to be at least like 4 or 5. Then, you know, Spice Girls and Backstreet Boys and NSYNC. I'm a 90s kid, so.
She can say whatever she wants. She can do what she pleases. She can go ahead and spit right in your face. 'Cause she knows you can't do a thing to put her in her place. There's no rules, no boundaries. Her ego built up by the law. She talks the talk and she tries to walk the walk. A 4 foot something turns to 10 feet tall. 'Cause she knows every hothead boy who wants to look tough for her. Run like mindless cattle to fight her battle. She started again tonight. He should just sit there and take it. Disrespect the human race. He should just lay back and enjoy it. All the yelling in his face.
Playing live is cool. It's the coolest experience because not everyone gets to do it and not everyone can do it. So that's always a cool thing.
Well, I've been able to play a lot of cool stages, got to meet a lot of cool people. I got to go to Connecticut for the first time. I got to, you know, explore New York City a little bit. I don't know, just a lot of cool people I've met, a lot of different things I've learned, experiences.
We pretty much all of us were in the music department in Salisbury. So we all hung out there, got to know each other there. And then the only one who wasn't was Drew. And we got to know him through Kevin, his brother.
Well, in the beginning, there's 2 members that were in it that aren't anymore. There was the original bassist, and then the keyboardist. The bassist left, and then I was replaced with him. And then the keyboardist left a little bit later, like after he graduated.
We were just, hey, we have the technology, we have the members, let's start a band. And so we did. Like when we first showed up, we didn't really have any plans. We didn't come in with, all right, everybody learn like these songs. Have we agreed to play these songs? You know, we just showed up. We jammed through a couple things that people already knew. I don't know, I guess I felt more of a longing to play the bass in that group. At that time, I wasn't too confident as a drummer, and I felt that Kevin, you know, since he already was going to be the person playing drums, I was like, yeah, Kevin belongs on drums. I'll play bass, because I like playing bass.
Connor, the old keyboardist, Bert, the old bassist, and they were sitting in front of me. They're like, hey, do you want to be in a band? And I just left the band, and I was like, you know, I wanted to play again with anybody, so I was like, yeah, sure, why not? And I knew they were all very talented musicians. So I showed up to our first practice, and it was Bert and Connor, Tyler and Lewis.
I think for them when they first started, they just wanted to play like basements and like just small little things. But now like everyone's really set in stone on making this like their main goal is like, let's go across the bridge, let's have a gig, and let's tour and do stuff like that. So we're slowly trying to get that together and figure out all of our situations so we can either move forward or just like, you know, just, I don't know. We're not really sure yet, really.
I was just looking for some people to play with, to have fun, and we could write songs. Maybe we'd end up becoming something big, but the main goal was to play in a way that all of us were just happy to hang out, jam, have a good time, and play with our friends in other bands.
We just played and like that. I think that night we learned like 2 songs together, like that. So that was really cool. And like from that point on, I knew like this band was like, we were not necessarily going anywhere, but just we clicked really well, and I enjoyed playing with them, and I hope they feel the same. I imagine they do, or they wouldn't be in the band still.
I thought we were just gonna play basement shows and like occasionally play a Vinny's gig, like rent out a place and play for the cover charge. That's it. I wasn't looking for a place to like look at us and go, oh, these guys are playing covers and playing, stuff that people will know immediately. I was just looking for some fun. As we can tell now, we had completely different goals for what we were doing. They wanted to be able to play out in more popular venues and play stuff to the crowd as opposed to playing and the crowd like reacts to what you're playing. And that was basically it. I wanted to go in a more creative, like jam, avant-garde a little more complicated music that might not have attracted as many people, but it would have, in my opinion, attracted the right people, people who would stick with you because they found something interesting in your sound.
But then that progressed, and eventually Drew came on board, and Connor moved out to LA, so here we are now.
It's usually through either Simba, Tyler, or my brother. A couple times it's been through our old keyboardist Connor, and but mostly through Simba. Really, he knows a lot of people. Like he has a lot of connections, so that helps a lot.
When it comes to finding gigs, we'll put together a list. We'll compile a list of all the big cities we want to play at. Say, across the bridge, so Baltimore, Annapolis, downtown Frederick, and DC. Put together all the places that we know are venues that they hire. And what we do is we put together something called a press kit. And what a press kit is it could be a file, and it used to be just folders you would give to people in person. If you were a touring act and you were in town, you're like, here's our stuff. It was basically a really nice 3-dimensional version of a business card for your band.
You have to really reach out. But once you kind of get your foot down somewhere, like I feel like in Salisbury, we got asked to play a lot just because like we were out playing, and so that was really cool. But if you want to like get outside of the town you're from, it's gonna take like some hard work to do it yourself, unless you're gonna get signed by a label or something like that.
If you know someone who's gonna help you get gigs and venues, that's always helpful. And then like emailing and calling venues. If you're calling like a big venue, they'll probably be like, look, we're booked for like so long, but you have to put your foot in the door and start somewhere. So just emailing and get your name out there, and just finding people who can help you out.
It's a weird thing. We don't really get rejected, as more just people don't reply. And it's weird that, I'd rather hear a no than just nothing.
We've like contacted people in DC, Baltimore, Annapolis, all around, and
Sometimes we'll hear back like a year after we ask. You know what I mean?
It's important, but if like someone gets a job opportunity in like a certain place, we're not gonna be like, hey, come on, stay. So it's a difficult situation, but we're gonna try to do whatever we can, even if it's longer distance, still keep writing music and play occasional shows.
I think we've definitely progressed, and like we're trying to take it way more serious than we did at first. I mean, it's always been serious to us, but like the times are changing, people are moving and stuff, so you really have to like sit down and be like, how devoted am I into this, you know what I mean? So
Money-wise, it is kind of a pain because, we'll make a couple $100s over a course of 1 or 2 gigs, and then we'll have that saved up in our band fund. And then we went out one day and we tried to see how much stickers would be, and it's not the cheapest for those. And like, then you gotta think about T-shirts. It's like, how many smalls, mediums, large, extra larges do we have to get, and it's just stuff like that.
I mean, we're taking steps, like we built our own website and stuff, and we're promoting ourselves more. Kevin's been like really trying to like find gigs out of state and stuff, so we definitely progressed as a band. I think we write more comfortably together now too as well.
Buying stuff for my drums, between sticks, drum heads, random crap that you never would think that you need until you need it. And then also like stuff for the band, like I help pay for like stickers, sponsorships on Facebook when we sponsor a post in the last 5 days. I mean, I sometimes delve into my own budget just to cover it.
Sacrifice is like a dirty word, but I mean time, for sure. And now that I don't live in Salisbury anymore, like driving here, I try to come like every other week. Sometimes it's every other 2 weeks, but just driving here takes time and gas and whatever. But I mean, I wouldn't do it if I didn't love it. So it's not really a sacrifice, but it is a sacrifice.
So just balancing everything and then still fitting in a band, which is a pretty big compromise, and it takes a good chunk of your time. That was always really difficult. Like trying to find a good 2 days a week to practice was always pretty difficult, and still is.
We'll always be working because we do have a good fan base still, despite not having new people come sometimes. Because we've had some good headquarter gigs where you've got 200 some people, and you're like, where have all these people been? Where are they? And so that's great. More people showing up, more people getting into our group and what we are and what we like to do, which is live performance. It's the biggest thing.
Gig prep is usually involved with us trying to double check what we have, but then like when we go on stage, we're just like, hey, do you have this chord? It's sometimes we forget to print out the set list, and we're just like, shit. So
I feel like in order to get on a stage, you have to be like, I don't really care what people think, like in that kind of aspect, but also care about like what people think. But you know what I mean? Like, you can't go up there worrying about if someone's gonna be like, what is he wearing? Like, what if he messes up? Like, you can't worry about it if you mess up. Like, whatever. Like, you're up there. At the end of the day, you're up there doing it because you want to have fun and because you love it, and in my opinion, because you want to touch other people's lives and stuff. So like, you can't, it's not like people worry about it too much. Just get up there and do your thing. Like, it's a feeling.
You know what I mean? It's easy to dismiss a college band, especially, that you haven't heard of as, oh, just another one of those bands. But that's the beauty of live art. You never know what's going to happen. You never know what you're going to see. And so when you generalize us like that, as if we're the same as every other act out there, it's sort of, I don't know, it's not hurtful. It's just misinformed, I feel. So if we could do a better job of, getting more people out there to the shows, I would love for that to happen.
Music is like an expression, it's an art, so don't take it too serious, take it serious.
So we got a bunch of new songs tonight, not only covers, but like originals. We're gonna get those today. We haven't played here in a while, and we love playing here, so I'm glad we have some new stuff to show you guys, for sure. Especially people I haven't seen in a while. But before we get to the other new stuff, we'll do some of our old stuff. Ow!
fake? Why do you do the things you do? Oh, yeah, yeah. This is a song I wrote for you. And all the shit you put me through. Why can't you see things from my side? Why can't you look me in the eye? This is a song I wrote for you. And all the shit you put me through. Why can't you see things from my side? Or why can't you look me in the eye? This is a song I wrote for you. And all the shit you put me through. Why can't you see things from my side? Why can't you look me in the eye? We don't care for anything you say. We don't care whatever. Thank you. Thank you. And thanks for coming up to the front.
If you haven't like invested more time, I guess, into listening to their music or checking them out or talking to them or anything like that, like I recommend everyone do it because they're not going to turn anybody away. And I've gotten a lot like out of their friendship and out of watching them grow from a band that was just starting out and like through the morph of changing some members and stuff like that to the band that they are today. And it's a really cool thing. So I hope that everyone will get involved and stick with them until whatever happens.
Felt really good.
Yeah.
I wanted to go back and play more.
Yeah, it's always a good time.
Yeah, I've never like jumped around as much as I ever have in that night, other than Ram's Head.
It was just
It was-
fun.
yeah,
and
it
the
was-
people we played with were good vibes. So it's always like the band you're playing with.
Yeah.
Always like, I don't know.
It's always good
Like
to
if
release
they're-
that energy.
like you're backstage with these guys, and if they're just like, ugh, whatever, like, but if they're
Yeah.
talking and they're good people, like everyone has a good time, and it shows in the music.
I think we've been lucky enough to every band we've played with, they've been pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. We've mostly had to practice with him on like Skype or something.
Yeah. Welcome
Which
to
was-
the future.
Which didn't really work too well because he had like a 1 second delay, so it was just like.
But at least he was like
yeah,
able to
he
see
was
what
there
was going on.
involved, so we were all like up to date with each other, so that was good.
I get to go through the words because
yeah.
like in my head. So.
Yeah.
And we've been like learning a lot of new covers and writing a lot, so we're trying to get like a new show on, you know what I mean? So I think the last show we played at Headquarters, everything was pretty much new,
Yeah.
maybe like one or two like old ones
Like,
that
we're
we
on my
think
guitar.
are good.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, we get in a circle as if this was a circle, and then we go.
Yes,
You jump up and down.
There's video footage of it.
Yeah,
I
there's
know,
a lot
over there.
of video.
Because what?
There is so much video footage of that. We have more of that, us doing that, than us performing.
Do we?
We do. Yeah. April 1st is the Jesters
Just tell
holiday.
everyone we broke up, and then have this be like the documentary to end it.
Guys, it's been great. I quit.
I got a job in like Hawaii. I'm leaving.
Oh.
I started a farm in France. So.
Wasted Avenue? I'm going solo.
Hate.
He's lost. It's over here, buddy. It's over here.
Hate.
And so that's how we're going to end.
Give me strength, reserve control. Give me heart and give me soul. Wounds that heal and cracks that fix. Tell me your politics. Open up your eyes. Open up your eyes. Open up your eyes. Open up your eyes. Just open up your eyes.
Yeah, no, seriously, he went like, "Are you the-" and he's Filipino, so he's like, "Are you the gay?" That is so good. Are you
Dude, fucking clovers on. Can you just wear those right now? Oh my god.
Guys, I think I'm a little drunk right now.
Hate.
So it's gonna be a good practice.
Hi, Mom.
Get it together, yo. Who gets drunk anymore?
What? I did not say that.
Tyler, how do you feel right now?
Like shit.
Why do you feel like shit?
Oh, what the? I don't know. Karma or something?
Karma?
8. Living. Yeah.
Yeah. Just some practice.
I feel like my heart is slowly slowing down until it stops. That's how I feel.
Don't tell her about the porn.
Oh my god, get that out of my face. Oh, sorry.
Why does that microphone look like a penis? Or a vibrator?
And it says road. Love that it says road. Especially when you're trying to do it on a budget. Also, I love this. Okay, yeah. What? Okay, never mind. Okay.
There was a nightmare moment. We were in New York, and they were sleeping. No, it was Connecticut or something. They were sleeping on. It was Tyler and Kevin on a bed, Connor and Drew on one bed, and Simba was in the middle. I was sleeping in like a couch like this, and I couldn't go to sleep. Well, and I was just falling asleep, and out of nowhere, Drew, like, he was sleeping. He's just in the middle of the night, like 3 in the morning. He's just like, ah! And he just falls back to sleep, and I wake up. I'm like, what is going on? And I'm like, I was like, Drew, are you okay? And he went back to sleep. Rock and roll.
Damn it, I just have to die.
What's your comment about downtown? Oh, now they shut it down.
Yeah, right?
Nope, now it's back on.
Of course, the hospital's right there.
Oh, this is blooper reel shit right now.
Yeah, right?
Hey, there it is.